I'll give it a minute for some people to hop in and then cover the topic. I don't think it's going to be too long of a live stream. Just want to make a few announcements. But give me a minute and then we'll kind of hop into it. All right, let's see. Give it a couple more seconds for some people to hop on. I see that some people are hopping in now. That's great. Hope everybody's having an amazing season. Give me a few more seconds, and then we'll talk about the event that's going to happen. If you're just hopping in, be sure to put in the chat where you're from, where you're listening, at and stuff like that. Okay. Hey, Chris, how you doing? What's going on, bro? I appreciate the comment as always. I want to tell you guys that I really appreciate y'all checking in with the live stream. I don't think it's going to be too long, but I do want to say that I'm going to be going to Pave X 2026, and I hope that a lot of y'all are going to be going to Pave X 2026 as well. I'm really excited about it. Because this year, I got invited to a booth to collaborate at a booth in the event. So I'm kind of pumped about that. And here I'm going to pull it up and want to invite you guys to the Pave X conference. Stop by the booth. There's going to be other people that are there too. You know them, and we're going to talk about that now. So here it is. This year, Marvin is doing a seal coater and a striper meetup. And there's going to be a giveaway. Just want to do a little bit of promo and kind of talk about it. And I don't think I'm going to be too long on the live stream today, but nevertheless, listen, I want to know, for the people that are going to hop in here, are you going to Pave X this year? Let me know. This will be the third year in a row that we went, and I'm telling y'all, if you've never went to the show, I highly recommend you to go to the show, because you're going to get a lot of educational experiences. You're able to network, and it allows you to collaborate with other people that are in the industry. And what we've done, because I have a network of people that I do this with, what we do every year is we'll either rent a vehicle and then rent an Airbnb, and then all of us will just pile in that Airbnb. And y'all, it's a blast. I think the first year they ever did it, it was in San Antonio. And as a matter of fact, I just got back from San Antonio for the last 2 weeks. We've been striping way down south in Texas. But the first event that they did, the first ever Pave X event, it was in San Antonio, Texas. This year, or the year after that, it was in Tennessee. I think it was in Nashville, if I'm not mistaken. And this year, it's going to be in New Orleans. It starts on the 9th and then goes through – no, I'm sorry. It starts on the 10th and goes through the 12th. So you have the 10th, the 11th, and the 12th. And, y'all, it's going to be awesome. There's going to be a striping competition. There's going to be giveaways. You're able to network, cash prizes, all sorts of cool stuff. I mean, it is literally the Super Bowl of pavement. It's going to be a blast. And so that's kind of what I wanted to talk about here in this quick little live. I don't think I'm going to be too long, but I want to highlight some of the things that are kind of going to go on. Marvin reached out to me probably a month ago and asked if I wanted to do a collab at his booth. And he called it the Striper Meetup and Giveaway. So he's going to do Blake from Alabama says, I'll be there for the week. Can't wait. Blake, bro, I can't wait either. Come up. I'd love to say hello to you, meet with you. I'm excited to meet with you. I really am. But so he asked me if I wanted to do the Striper event with him at his booth. And, of course I was like, well, yeah, let's do it. No big deal. So I was really excited about it. And then, as you guys all know, I mean, I'm sure that y'all watch Cam's podcast, the Stripe It podcast. Phenomenal work. I mean, Cam's a wonderful content creator. I love all the stuff that he puts out. And Mark Estrada, I mean, obviously a legend in the industry. And so he asked me if I wanted to do the striping event with him. And I said, well, yeah, of course. So I'm kind of pumped about that. And then also, so there's classes you can take. I kind of just go there to like make content. I don't necessarily go there to take the classes. But that doesn't mean that the classes aren't beneficial. So if you are wanting to know about seal coating, striping, all that stuff, you could, take some classes and so on and so forth. But whenever I go there, I'm usually just like filming videos whenever I go. I don't necessarily go to take classes. I think that I might take some this year. But nevertheless, it's going to be a great event, y'all. So the itinerary for the first night, I think there's a kickoff party, kind of like business party, nothing too crazy, but that's going to be exciting. That's on the first night. And then I think, or that might be the night before, Sealmaster is going to do an event on the 11th. And then there's like the ending going away, networking party at the very end of the night. So it's like you have the 10th and the 11th and the 12th. And look, for people that watch the channel, dude, I would love it. I would be so awesome if you're going to Pave X and you're going to be there all throughout the time, because I got a bunch of friends of mine. We're going to rent a fat Airbnb and enjoy the week. We're going to get down there on the 9th and then probably going to leave on the 15th. So if you guys are trying to link up, do some collabs, I mean, I'm going to be free all week, but I'd love to collab with some people. If you're going to be there, I'd love to speak with you at the show. It's going to be exciting. So I'm not doing anything else other than this. So kind of let's talk about it real quick. So pretty much, because I'm not going to take up too much time, I'm not necessarily sure what Marvin's going to do, or what we're going to I'm not necessarily sure, because this is the first time I've ever done this. But nevertheless, there's going to be some really good guests there. So it looks like, I think he said that there's going to be some giveaways. I don't know if they're going to give away. And again, I'm not necessarily sure because it's not my event. I'm just a guest at the show. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think he was talking about giving away something great. I'm not necessarily sure what it was. I don't know if it was a machine or whatever the case may be, but it's going to be a phenomenal giveaway. So if you ever watched Cam's podcast and you've seen Mark Estrada, Captain Striper, I mean, if you've ever, watched any of their content, which is phenomenal, by the way, they're going to be there. It's going to be an amazing event. And I'm super excited about it. So let me see. He says, thanks to you. I talked with Matt back in December. We were going to start my Google stuff this March. I'm Sam Sealcoat and Striping from Washington State. Okay, Sam. Heck yeah, bro. I really appreciate that. I'm glad Matt was able to help you. Sam also says, I've made other plans this year, but next year I'm going to go 100%. Well, great, dude. Look, hey, I hope you go. I can't wait. Whenever you go, let's collab, bro. Let's go out and eat some dinner or something. I'd love it. Dave Kofer says, what do you know about Tracknology? I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know too much about them. We did a video, I did a video collab with them last year. But the audio wasn't good. It wasn't the audio. I went back and listened to it. The audio wasn't good. So I never could put it out, but, I went by their booth last year, super friendly, super polite. I imagine that I'm going to stop by there this year. So I don't know, but I'll tell you this, I'm sure they're great. And I'll also tell you this, if they're not, I'll let you know. I mean, from my perspective. So, but from what I've seen of them on their social media and at the pavement events, like very friendly staff, very knowledgeable about their product. One of these things, like I'll tell you this, whenever you go to these pavement videos or these pavement conferences, and like this is for anybody who has sales reps at these events. And I'm not saying them in general, because the people that I talked to that were there for track was good. Like I can specifically remember, because the audio was bad whenever I was going to edit the video. But they were on point. You know, I talked to some of these people at these expos, and the communication skills are just they don't have them. So like, you know, but I remember specifically that the people that I talked to in relation to that company were very polite, very knowledgeable, and they were really good on camera. But that's all I pretty much know about them. But if you know something about them, you know, tell them I'd love to be a sponsor. You know what I mean? So tell them that. Maybe we can work that out. I'd love to promote them. Maybe they can sign me and I can stop being independent. All right. Isaiah says, hey, Chris, I've been binging all of your videos and just got the How to Stripe course. Do you guys still do the Discord also, by the way? Yes. Yeah, bro, we still do the Discord. I really don't give it out that much, but yeah, if you'll text me real quick, I'll send it to you right now. If you'll text my number, I'll send you the Discord link. And we'll get that over to you. So pretty much, y'all, we're having, I'll tell you, I kind of update you on the season. Like, I'm so busy. I mean, I sat here today with one of my business partners who is a lady, and we just sat here. I mean, I've got so much work to get through. I mean, y'all, we're traveling the country. That's why I'm sorry I haven't put out a video in like 3 weeks. But I will say this. I just dropped a video about bollard installation. Highly recommend that you go watch it. It's going to be really, really good. But like, we've been traveling the country. So we're starting south. I'll kind of give you the schedule of how we're moving, because we landed a massive contract in the beginning of the year. And ever since then, we've just been steadily working on that contract. So we started south, and then we're working our way up north. We're projected to be done with Texas next month. And then we're going to move. We got Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Arizona, or not Arizona, Arkansas, Missouri, Wisconsin, Illinois. I mean, y'all, I've got work all over the nation. We're just not slowing down. So I'm really excited. Like, you know, and I don't even want to necessarily talk about, you know, all the parking lot stripe and all that stuff. Like, but I'm just, from a business perspective, this is the busiest we've ever been. But the live stream is about Pave X, so I'm really trying to stay on that. So, but I will say this, like, we can open it up for a Q&A, because a lot of people are being real active in the chat right now. So, like, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, questions, anything you can think of, put it in the chat, because I got a lot of people that are commenting right now. Dave says, are Vazo's machines cheaper than Graco? I see Pansenhagen is selling for them now. Yeah, Jim is selling for them. I don't know if Vazo's machines are cheaper. But I know for sure that they are, Jim is signed by them. So he's working with them. And I'll tell you this, I'll say this too. I hope, and I put this in an Instagram comment, and I really, really mean it, because the value that content creators bring, okay. So I posted a video from last year's Pave X, and someone spent like, I think it was 30 grand on a machine. And then so someone spent $30,000 on a machine from a video that they seen off of mine on Facebook. Now, obviously that's not all profit, stuff like that. But the power that a content creator brings by having like professionals and content creators like stamp them and sign them, it's so valuable. For example, New Stripe did a collab with me before I found out the quality of the machines. Well, whatever. I'm not even going to talk about that. But needless to say, like when you have a content creator and someone who's like well known in the industry promoting your products, like, dude, you will grow, especially if you partner with them long term. So I'll tell you this, if they position it right, because now we're talking about Pave X stuff, and this is good. If Vezos positions it right and they use Jim in an appropriate way and compensate him accordingly, like, dude, it's so powerful because you have a brand representative, and so it steers traffic, and it's amazing. So when I heard that Jim started promoting Vezos, of course we text, he told me. My first response is, of course, he didn't get into too much details, but I'll tell you this. If you are Vezos and Vezos happens to see this video, y'all better make sure that y'all pay him really good and don't pay him commissions on machines. And if he sells a machine and he makes a 10% commission, that stuff is junk because videos last forever. So like if you're Vezos or you're a company out there, screenshot this and send this to them. A video lasts forever. So if you run advertisement or you put $2,000 into an ad campaign for that year, once you turn the ad off, it's off. There's no more traction. Whereas like a content creator can make videos and those videos last forever. So I hope Vezos, if you're watching this, you need to make sure that you pay Jim really, really good. Don't just pay him a little percentage on a machine when he sells one. And if he sells one, because like I've done that with a company before too. And you don't realize how many phone calls you're filtering through like on a day-to-day basis. Just promoting other people's products. And sometimes they're not going to buy. And sometimes you might have to have 10 phone calls, 20, 30, 40 phone calls before somebody buys. So with that being said, like they better be paying him appropriately, not just like, and I don't know the intricacies of their deal, right? Like I don't know what they're paying him, but like they should definitely pay him like a year's wage for a sales position. And then commissions, because that's what you're doing. You know what I mean? So like the fact that Vezos got Jim is phenomenal. And I don't think that companies are really understanding how valuable this is because it steers influence. I guarantee you that Vezos sales are going to go up this year. No doubt about it, especially since Jim's promoting them now. So like I said, Vezos, if you're watching this, make sure you pay him good, because if you don't pay him good and you're not smart and you're cheap, like a cheap company, you're not going to get the maximum amount of value. Make sure you pay him good, especially if he creates content. Like and again, I haven't seen his YouTube channel in a while. So like, I don't know like how much content he's putting out there, but I hope he puts out a lot. So, but then going back to the question, he says, are Vezos machines cheaper than Graco? Man, I don't know if they're cheaper. I remember because I tried to, I'm not going to lie, I try to get brand sponsorships all the time. You know what I mean? Because brand sponsorships pay, and who doesn't want to get signed by a company and make great money for promoting them? But I don't know if they're necessarily cheaper. They're probably the same price. But I don't necessarily know if they're cheaper, but they look cool. I've never sprayed one. But they, in their defense, Vezos did try to offer me. They did try to offer me a machine, I think, at cost to kind of play with it, and then see how it worked. Basically no profit and stuff like that, which is, it's just nice. It's not a big deal, but if you're going to spend $20,000 on a setup, you're probably going to get an auto layout with a line driver. But I think they're great. But I will say this, that if, kind of reiterate that, he says, I see Pansenhagen is selling for them now. If they're smart as a company, like they would be, and this is just kind of for anybody out there who's watching this, number one, if they were a smart company, they would give him a sales rate for a year. They would negotiate a contract for a year. And then they would give him a commission based on sales that come in. Because let's say that Jim makes a video. Let's say that Jim all throughout the year. Here, let's just do some math, right? Let's say that Jim makes 2 videos a week. 2 videos a week. All right. 2 videos a week. So let's just do some math here. We're talking about Pave X stuff, right? 2 videos a week, 52 weeks in a year divided by 2. That's 26 videos. Let's say that they sponsored him for 1 year and they paid him, I don't know. Let's just say, let's do like, let's just do 50 grand. Let's just say 50,000, just flat 50,000 gym promoters throughout the year. That's 26 videos that have pitches with different products, with live streams, video pitches, so on and so forth. That have, that live forever. That's a good deal. 50 grand is like not that much. I don't know if you guys know our Done For You program. Like my Done For You program, like I sold a Done For You program because I've been promoting Done For Yous in the state of Pennsylvania and in the state of Maryland for 60,000. So somebody paid 60 grand for me to work with them for an entire year. And they bought 3 websites. So, like, if you think about it in terms of the amount of value that Vezos is going to get just by simply working with Jim, his expertise, brand promo, and that's why these companies take advantage of content creators because, like, it's a lot of work goes into making videos and content, whatever the case may be. So, with all that being said, like, Vezos, what you should do, if you haven't done it, this is what you should do. And I don't know y'all's deal. I really didn't ask. Or too in depth. Like I didn't try to pry too much, but you should make sure that you pay him a flat salary. You should wire transfer it into his account. Make sure he gets all that at one time, and then have him promote your brand all throughout the year because he's going to be talking to people. He's going to have sales calls. And give him a 10% commission on everything that's delivered. Because let's just say that Jim doesn't sell anything that year. But those videos live forever. Like I did a deal with New Stripe like 2 years ago, and people still buy machines off of those videos that I made from 2 years ago. But see, like people don't think about that. So I don't know if they're cheaper, but they do look nice. I mean, I'd use one, especially if they gave it to me. Okie dokie. So Sam says, I do have a quick question and the most important question for you. Out of all the groundhogs, which one do you trust more for an early, late, or spring or starting season? Haha. That's funny, Sam. Also, Sam, I will tell you this. I am a partner in Purple Tiger. So, if you want us to hook you up for, like to kind of get you going, like I think Matt was talking to me about it. I think he had some car trouble or something. So like we're more than like we'll give you a month or a month, whatever we need, that way we can get you started. No big deal, no rush. So but I am a part owner in Purple Tiger, so I just kind of wanted to kind of tell you that. So we're honored to have your business any way we can. So I don't know about groundhogs, bro, because it's freezing cold where I'm at. We're snowed in and all that stuff last week. But I got work down south all over. Like, dude, I have work in like 7 different states. Like, no joke. I haven't had an off season this year. I haven't had an off season. I've worked year round because when it gets cold here, when it gets cold here, I just go down south. I mean, I still have dude, this is all like multiple properties. We're talking, it's just insane, y'all. It's insane. 40,000, 20,000, 8,000, 21,000. Anyway, so what I'm saying is like we go everywhere now, and hopefully we get the contract again next year. So if it gets cold for Groundhog Day or whatever hogs come out of the hole, I just go to a different hole. You know what I'm saying? Bill, DIY and reviews with Bill. Bill, I appreciate you for coming to the city today, bro. It's so nice to have lunch with you today. I really am thankful for it. Wish you could go to Pave X. All right, Isaiah says, would you recommend New Stripe Steel? Can't really find any info on the reliability versus Graco and Titan. Okay, let me kind of say this because we're talking about products, and I'll be totally transparent, and I'll give my honest review. So I did it. They reached out to me and I did a deal with them where they sent me a machine, and the deal was, we'll send you this machine, you make 2 videos, and then it was kind of, you make 2 videos and stuff like that. So they sent me the machine. I made the videos, and dude, I was having problems with the machine. Like they sent me the video, they sent me the machine, I played the videos, and then like the customer service from their staff was great, but like the person that was assigned to me, like that we did our deal with, I think it was their marketing person, was like, bro, he kind of treated me like I was a punk, bro. Like he kind of, and I'm explaining to you, because you can have a product that might not be as good, but your customer service can be amazing. So I have to tell you the context if we're going to talk about it. So he was kind of treating me like a punk, you know what I mean? And y'all know how I am. I'm real polite. I don't try to be rude. I don't try to be, ugly. Like, but he was kind of treating me like a punk. He was telling me, this is what we're going to do, and this is what we need. And like, y'all, I think it was like $2,500 for a video. You know what I mean? Like for 2 videos, it's nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like I could just do YouTube content. I don't even have to stripe parking lots. I could just do YouTube, sell products, sell courses, in-person trainings done for use. And like, I'd be good. Like I would be perfectly fine. No promos from other companies. I don't even have to stripe parking lots because, the audience is y'all are so good to me. So the thing is like, would I recommend them if you have $2,000 and that's all you have, and you don't have good credit and you just need a machine to get started with? Yes, I would recommend them. If you have good credit, because that's I got an insert a caveat there. If you have good credit, I'd put $2,000 down on a machine. I'd take a loan out for a commercial loan. I'd get a Graco, and then I would, make payments and pay it off. That's what I would do. Because like, and Graco's product is just so good, but my experience with them is their customer service has not been good, because you go back and you watch my video with the 3400, but I love my 3900 auto layout. I love my Gracos. I really, really do. But their customer service isn't that good. But needless to say, don't get a new stripe. Don't get a new stripe. Like okay. And then here, let me keep going. So like what happened is like we did a deal with them. And like I told you about being a brand ambassador, like, bro, I would be on the phone talking to these people. Like they paid me like $2,500, and which was great. I'm thankful for it, but it was like the amount of time that I spent on the phone talking to people, talking about the product, talking about the machine. Like I put in hours and making the videos and testing the product. Like, and people still to this day ask me about new stripe machines, right? So like now here I am, I'm talking about their product again, and only got paid one time. That's why Vezos, you need to make sure that you take care of Jim and make sure that you pay him good, because he's going to spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours on the phone with people trying to sell them your machine. And if you're only going to give him a commission, it's not, but it's okay. I can say that because I'm not sponsored by y'all. But then I started having subscribers that were calling me back, and they're like, hey, Chris, I'm having trouble with this machine. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then guess what? They weren't getting good customer service. So like I had to call these people back, and I had to say, hey, people who watched my video bought because I made a video, and like they're trying to contact you guys and they can't get good help. They can't get good customer service. And like, that's what kind of turned me off. Like it turned me off of that. You know what I mean? It just wasn't a good product. So like, buy a Graco, essentially. Like that's what you need to do. You need to buy a Graco if you can. 3,900, or get a used machine. I got a used machine and a used driver for $7,000. So just buy a Graco. Okay. He said, yeah, miss his car, but that's awesome. Thank you. I truly appreciate that. Yeah, bro. Like I said, like we like one of the companies that I run is a marketing company. So like our developer is the best. So it's like, whatever we can do to help you out. Like, I really don't mind. Like, I don't care. He says, up here in Washington State, WW only had 1 week that was in the 20s. It's been a weird, warm winter so far. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so that it heats up there soon, for sure. For sure. Thanks for the questions, man. Y'all are coming with it with the questions today. Look, hey, keep posting them in the chat, and we'll keep on going. Bill says, I always enjoy visiting with you, Chris. It truly is a blessing every time we get to hang out. Yeah, bro, I appreciate it, Bill. I wish you were going to Pave X. It'd be wonderful to hang out with you and spend time with you. Perfect. Isaiah, he says, Isaiah, I love my Graco machine, but that's all I've ever used for 15 plus years in this business. Working for other folks before I started doing my own thing 6 years ago. Yeah, bro, get a Graco. But, and Zach, I will say this. Zach, the Graco rep in the Oklahoma area, has been phenomenal. I think I had a bad experience with like somebody at a trade show one time. So like, that's not a representation of, the whole company, but like customer service is like very important. Dave says, buy a Graco. They are easier to resell when you want to upgrade. That is true. I bought a 3900 standard series and a driver for $7,500 a couple months ago, and we still use it. We still use it now. I think it's our black machine right now. But it's going to be great. Yeah, but buy a Graco. They are easier to sell, and then they last forever. Like they literally last forever. Bill says, I've never used the new stripe, but I actually went to help a guy out in a pinch that had one. It seemed really cheaply made. Turns out the belt broke, and that's why it wasn't working. It's true. That's true. Bill did do that. Marvin said, going to be great to have y'all. Yeah, bro, Marvin, I appreciate you, dude, for real. Like, I'm telling you, look, listen, y'all need to go follow In the Mix. Marvin has been always good to me. Like, as far as like content creation, there's a lot of people out there. Look, and listen, I'll tell you this straight up. There's going to be a lot of people at Pave X that are going to be there that have been slamming me all year long. They've been hating on me. They've been like slamming me down. And Marvin has always been so supportive and so nice and really great to be around. And Marvin, I appreciate you so much, bro. I want you to know that. I appreciate your friendship, the connectivity. Everybody, a lot of people that are going to go to Pave X this year have been hating on me. And you've always been real polite. I really mean that. I appreciate you so much. He says, big news. 1-800-STENCIL is giving away $1,000 in stencils. 1-800-STENCILs giving away $1,000 of stencils at the meetup. So look, you want to win $1,000 in stencils, you need to come to the meetup. Marvin's got to give me that game on how he structures this. I need that coaching call, Marvin. I'll pay, bro. I'll pay to play, baby. I will. Or maybe we can collab somehow, and you know how it goes. Okay, he says Titans don't last forever. Yeah, if you trade out the the components in them. But I have found this, that they're not easy to work on. Like, that's the thing. For me, they're not easy to work on. Like, you're able to it's not hard. Like, if packing goes on a Graco, you just fix it, no problem. But I think the Titans have a sealed hydraulic fluid pump, and then once you crack that open, it's all bad. It's all bad. He says it again, big news, 1-800-STENCIL is giving away $1,000 of stencils at the meetup. In the Mix. If y'all are watching In the Mix, go follow Marvin. Please go follow Marvin. He says, first time announced here live on your channel. Shoot, hey, look, I hope I win the stencil kit. Dave says, is Billy Davidson coming to Pave X? I hope so. I hope a lot of people are going to be there. Like, I hope everybody's going to be there. You know what I mean? I hope everyone's going to be there, and it's going to be all polite, and it's not going to be crazy. But I hope Billy comes to Pave X. Billy, if you're watching this, you should come to Pave X. You should come to Pave X because it's right down the road. I'd love to meet you and say hello, and stuff like that. I always want to be real professional. I don't want to be unprofessional and anyways. Let's see. Sam says, oh yeah, I follow Marvin on all his socials. I'm usually the first one to like his TikTok videos. Also, I've watched your videos, Chris. Been with you for at least 2 years, I do believe. Look, bro, I'm telling you, like someone with zero experience, okay? I'm telling you, I think I started. When did I start? I got a notification on my Facebook. I bought my first machine. Hang on. I want to show you guys. I bought my first machine. You know, whenever you get those memories on Facebook, it shows you. Hang on. Okay. Oh, don't click off, y'all. Don't click off my live. Come on, stay on there. Keep posting questions. I love it. You can hate. Marvin's such a stud, bro. I love Marvin so much. Hey, okay, look. Okay, I can't find it. But it said I got my first striping machine 2 years ago. I got a notification on my phone. See, there's my phone screen. I got a notification on my phone that 3 days ago, I bought my first striping machine. 2 years and I think, when did that memory happen? I think it said 2 years ago. I don't know, but you know, like on Facebook, whenever you get those memories that pop up and it says like, remember this day 2 years ago. So yeah, bro, like I got my first striping machine a couple years ago, and it's amazing how fast somebody can grow. We've grown so fast. And like, it's just anybody can do it. Especially if they're, following the program. So Matthew, Bill, he says, blessed are you when men shall revile you and persecute you and utter all kinds of evil things against you falsely. Well, Bill says on my account, but it's for my name's sake. So listen, I'm telling y'all, bro, I got so many haters, bro. I got people that are haters that I've never even talked to in my life. Like, I've never even had a conversation with these people. And Bill, you know me personally. You know the kind of person that I am. You know what I mean? Like, bro, people say the most nastiest, wicked, negative things about me, and they don't even know me. Like this one idiot got on here one time. He posted it all over Facebook and called me a false prophet and all sorts of just ridiculous stuff because they're haters, bro. Like they're just haters. So with all that being said, look, but I got so many haters that are going to go to Pave X this year. And you know what's going to happen? Like, you know what happens? Like when people hate on you, like on the internet, is like, and again, this is by no means like, because I want to be really professional, really nice whenever I meet people, like really polite. But I just weird, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't sit around all day long and think about other people and hate on them for the things that they do. I don't know. It's weird. Like, I'm not geared that way. Like, I'm not sitting around thinking about people all day long of what they do. I'm in LA. Hold up. Text just came in. Boom. LA interested in asphalt related services on the site training. Yeah, we do in-person training. Heck yeah. But like in all reality, what kind of person sits around and then like see someone else's YouTube video and then, you feel the need to run them down. Like, I don't get it. But like, whenever we're going to go to this event, what's going to happen? Like, what's going to go to the event? What's going to happen to the event? Nothing. Zero, nothing. That's why you should always be polite to people. You should always be polite. You should always be professional. You should always operate with courtesy. Because, like, unless you're going to take it there whenever you see them, I don't even know why even act that way. Because, whenever you see them, you're not going to do nothing. You know what I mean? So, like, just be polite. Be polite. Be nice. Say nice things about people. Don't run people down. Like, just be an adult. Stuff like that. Okay, I got to keep going because people are asking questions. Please keep asking questions. He says, who is your paint supplier? My paint supplier is Sherwin. My rep gets me the best prices. Like, my rep gets me phenomenal prices. I mean, close to like $100 for 5-gallon buckets. I mean, like, it's almost, I think like, well, my prices did change. I think it went up a little bit because Sherwin had a price increase, but it just went up. But before that, like, I was getting like $105 for a 5-gallon bucket of paint at Sherwin. I mean, my Sherwin rep is great. So that's, you know, I use Sherwin. Dude, we just got pallets and pallets of paint from Sherwin the other day. I mean, we just used all of it. It's like, dude, I got like 3 pallets of white, 3 pallets of red, 2 pallets of red, sorry, pallets of black. Like we ordered it, like I don't even know if you can see this, but like we just ran through all that paint in 2 weeks. So like we got way more orders coming in just like that. So like I get a lot of paint from Sherwin. But the thing is like I like other products, but I can't, like, I've never had a customer complain. Well, I take that back. One time I've had one customer complain over the durability of the paint, but that's because semi trucks were driving over it. So like, you know, Sherwin's paint is phenomenal. I mean, I'm open to switching, but it's like they give me the best prices. They deliver it. They, you know, they extend my credit limit as long as I need it. So I really like it. Dave's coming with some questions, Dave. Look, keep them coming. You're helping me stay on track and get my mind off these haters. I love Dave. Okay. I love Dave already. He says, did you guys offer pressure washing to start or just striping to start? Thanks for advance. I'll see you guys at Pave X, bro. Yes. I want everybody to go that's going to go. Look, bro, I want everybody to go. Go to Pave X. Dude, let's hang out, bro. Let's make some collabs, make some videos, make some stuff happen, bro. It's not even necessarily a vacation for me, man. I go there and work. You know, I go there and I'm filming, networking, trying to lock in that brand deal. That's my next biggest goal, y'all, to be honest with you. Like I'm selling these done for yous. Basically, it's like a franchise, and everybody's kicking it in the chat. So this is great. I love it. But like basically we sold this done for you package, and it's like franchise level training, but basically where they don't pay franchise fees. That's kind of what's going on. I'm not selling you. I'm not trying to sell it or promote. I'm just telling you what's going on in life right now with YouTube and content creation and all that. And dude, so basically when someone buys a certain state, I stay out of that state. Like I won't train up another person. Y'all, we're selling these done for yous left and right. Like, like no joke. People are buying these done for yous left and right. So like that's kind of like the offer that I'm doing now. But like my next big goal is I want to lock in a brand deal. Like I want to have like a company that I can like promote, but like the pay's good. I don't want some, you know, some affiliate stuff. You know what I mean? I want like some good pay. I want some good pay because, you know, you're worth it. You know what I mean? You compensate people when they're worth it. So that's my next big goal, to lock in a brand deal. I want to lock in a brand deal, and then promote it in the videos and stuff like that. That's my next biggest goal. So he says, did you offer pressure washing to start with or just striping? Dude, I started doing everything. It depends on who you ask, because if you ask some people, then they'll basically tell you like, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, it wasn't my model. But like they'll say like you should cap out at a certain amount of revenue before you start offering another service. Like for example, you should make $150,000 in striping before you offer whatever, seal coating or whatever. But like, dude, I just offered it. You know what I mean? I just did whatever I could. I bought a 4 GPM, and I just did whatever I could. Do whatever you can. You know what I mean? Like, and look, I'll tell you this, if you're just getting started, don't listen to people. Like, here's some words of encouragement to help you. Don't listen to people in Facebook groups. Like, there's a lot of people who offer helpful advice, but don't listen to them. For the most part, they're going to make fun of you. They're going to laugh at you. Like, they're going to tell you can't do it. Do it the hard way. Learn it the hard way. Well, guess what? I'm living proof that somebody with zero experience can be trained up in a couple years and be an absolute killer. I'm telling you. I'm trying to tell y'all. Look, and I make money with content too. So what I'm saying is, bro, like if you're just starting out, it's good, bro. It's all good. Don't worry. Just keep on going. Look, keep on grinding. I can't wait to meet you. And let's do a video collab at Pave X or something. Maybe we can, talk about like some of the struggles of kind of where you're at, what you're afraid of. And then you never know, 2 or 3 years later, you might go back and watch that video and be like, dang, that's where I was a couple years ago. And here's where I am now. All right. Sam says, I'm going to get back on the road, boss. So if I don't reply, it's because I'm driving. I'll reach out to you in March before I start having your guys running my Google stuff for me. Listen, I'll tell you this. Look, my developer's the best. I mean, he's the best at what he does, hands down. Like, I trust him 100%. And like, you're in good hands. So, he's in here. He just hopped in the chat. Facebook is the worst. That's true. So Bill says my Sherwin rep sucks. Well, that's true. That's true. If you have a sucky Sherwin rep, then that is true. Dave says it's cheaper if you buy it in 250-gallon totes. Man, Dave, I'm going to get like you one day. I'm not there yet. I'm buying it in pallets. Maybe one day I'll be there. Green Man says Facebook is the worst. So Facebook can get pretty bad. People, I don't even worry about it. So anyways, y'all, any more questions? Look, if you have any more questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. I'd love to answer them. If you guys know any of the plugs and y'all want to help me lock in a brand deal, you can. Look, I'm telling you, we can lock in a brand deal. I can get signed by somebody. I need to find somebody who's going to pay. You know what I mean? Like, if y'all are out there and y'all are watching this video, help me find like a brand sponsor, like a brand deal for like 1 year that's like gonna pay. You know what I mean? We want them to pay. He says, "What's for dinner, Chris?" Man, I don't even know. I've been eating like junk for the last like month because I'm just striping nonstop. Like, it's just crazy. I don't know. Well, have you already ate, bro? We live like a mile and a half away from each other. I mean, you want to go grab something to eat tonight or something? Let me see. I love it, man. Y'all are coming with the questions tonight, straight up. I need to go live every day at 5 p.m. Okay. Facebook is great if you can learn how to filter out the nonsense and negativity, because there are great guys in there that can help out to quite a bit with quite a bit of advice. That's true. I've had some, like, I'll tell you this. Let me tell you who has been really helpful. Jim, extremely helpful. Like, when I call Jim on the phone, like, I don't call him and go, "Hey man, can I stay on the phone with you for an hour and a half and talk about everything? And you can maybe whenever I get on the phone with Jim, I'm always like, Cash App, Venmo, let's go. Let me pay you. Even if it's just a little bit of time, because I understand how valuable they are. Chad, who's been very super supportive. Marvin, Jim, Chad. As far as people that's been doing it for a while, let me see. Marvin, Jim, Chad. Who else? A lot of people hate. I don't know, but yeah, Facebook is great. Like, there's some really, really good content advice for sure on there. He said Asphalt Kingdom should hire you. Shoot, bro, I would love, it don't matter. You know what I mean? Like, my thing is like, I don't know if surely, you're just talking, but like, I make a pretty for he said Jim, Chad, Marvin, Jim, Chad, Marvin. That's it. I know, right? Everybody, bro, a lot of other people just haters, bro. I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? I don't know what to say. I don't know why people, like, they wake up angry drinking their coffee. I don't get it. Okay, he said Asphalt Kingdom should hire you. Look, I would love to work with some people, but like, the thing is that's like, you don't even have to have a big following to make a really substantial amount of income. To be honest with you, like, you don't have to have 1 million subscribers to make good money. Like, I make phenomenal money with just a small YouTube channel that I have. Like, I don't even have to strive, to be honest with you. Like, is it consistent? No, but like, if you consistently post videos, it'll work. But like, the thing is I make a lot of money independently, but they also kind of offer a little bit of the same things. So if we integrate the services, like, if we integrate our services, we've already kind of had a conversation about it. I end up making less money, pretty much. Like, and that's not to say they're not a great company, because the services that they offer are great. The services that they offer are amazing. They have a great service. But like the thing is what I do the same thing on a smaller scale, but I do it independently. So since I do it independently, it allows me to generate more income. So like I need to find a company that has, it could be like any brand. It doesn't really matter. But like, that's going to come with that cash. That's going to let me do my thing and create content, utilize my creativity, and stuff like that. So like, that's pretty much the thing. AK is good. I worked out a deal with AK. Phenomenal. I have nothing bad to say. Judd's great. I love him and his team. Very responsive, very awesome. It's just the offer that they had currently at the moment, it's more beneficial for me to work independently. And I have to operate in my best self-interest because at the end of the day, like nobody's waking up and going, I wonder if Chris's bills are paid, right? Like nobody. So it's like, if they wanted to, because we're selling a lot of the same products, essentially, like not equipment, but as far as coaching, mentorship, stuff like that. So it's like, honestly, it would behoove them to buy me out and then do it for them to promote them. Honestly, to be fully transparent and smart, like that would be smart. But like I make enough money doing it independently. So what I need like a company that has a bunch of products that'll let me collab with all their people, that will let us do lives and, be creative and just like say, hey, this is the list of products we'd like to be promoted this month, blah, blah, blah. So, anybody out there trying to come with that cash, let me know for a brand sponsorship. Cause 10% make a video pitch. And if somebody clicks the link and then it's 10% and then they buy this, and like, that's not like, that's, you lose that way because some people might watch a video and then pick up their phone and then purchase it from the phone, even though they watched your video. So like, you can't always rely on a call to action link to click a video. So hopefully, if whoever comes with that cash, I'm saying, I'm about it. So Sam says, I've been doing it for 20 years. Man, y'all are coming with it, bro. This is legit. Y'all are making this live stream amazing. So everybody's gone from the office, by the way. It's just me here. And I need to post content because I'm going out of town in 2 days. Sam says, I've been doing it for 20 years. I love you guys, by the way. Like, if you're watching the video, you're watching the channel, you're supporting the channel, I love you guys. I want you to know that. That's why I want to see y'all at Pave X. Y'all can come over to the Airbnb and I'll cook some dinner for you. Now, I really mean that. Like, if y'all come over, I'll cook for you. Boom, feed you everything. So he says, I've been doing it for 20 years. I'm always commenting and helping folks out in the seal coating pages with their questions. I want to see all the positive people win. And that's true. That's true. I want to see people win too. Because I've been there. Like, I've been there. I've been the guy just a couple of years ago who's cooking chicken fingers and working all night long. And like, you're working 60, 70, 80 hours a week, not having enough money, talking to God, crying like, Lord, you got to pull me out of this. If I can't keep doing this. Like I was that guy. Like there'd be nights where I'd be working, getting up for multiple days, not doing drugs, nothing, just like talking to my God, bro, praying, just like, God, please help me with this. Like, and I don't just talk to God whenever I'm in trouble. You know what I mean? I know him personally, but like, but I would just talk to him and I'd be crying. I'd be like, Lord, please help me. I'm tired of, I'm just tired of it. So it's like, I want people to win too. Listen, you ain't going to catch me sitting around hating on people. Just point blank period, because I got too much stuff going on to sit around and hate on other people. Usually when people are hating on you, it's just because they're upset that the shine ain't on them. So Zach says, what's your take on Ennis brand versus PPG? Bro, I don't even know. I've never even used either one of them. To be honest with you, I don't even know. And I'll tell you this, Zach, I'm looking forward to spending dude, we could, like, Zach, do you realize we could just spend a whole week together? Like, you don't have to pay for anything. I mean, we might like have food or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? But like, dude, it's all going to be paid for. I can't wait to spend the whole week with you. We're going to cover it all. But, Ennis brand and PPG, I don't know. I'm like a politician. Whoever comes with that cash, that's who I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. So I agree, Bill. Your paint rep sucks. Yeah, because they live together. I'm not seeing any more comments coming in. All right, y'all. I got about 6 more minutes. I'm gonna wrap this live up if nobody keeps on posting any more comments. Bill laughing emoji. Okay. So let's make a few more announcements and then I'm gonna go. So, anyways, come by the In the Mix booth at booth 1121. Come by the booth. Say hi to Marvin, say hi to Mark, say hi to Cam, say hi to them, you know what I mean? And kind of, we just want to, do meet and greet, giveaway, and whatever Marvin's got planned. I'm just there as a guest. Really, it's his event. So, DIY Bill says, what do you recommend for a seal rig? Seal right. I recommend a seal right. I'm probably about a 750 or a 700, 1,000 gallon seal right with a hydraulic agitator and a light spray bar on the back, stuff like that. That's what I would do. Zach says, I'm blessed, bro, to spend time with y'all. Yeah, we're excited about it. I'm excited about it with you too, Zach. Green Man says, when are you going to do another giveaway on the channel like back in the day? Well, Green Man, I'll tell you this. I did make an announcement for a giveaway. It was for Jim's Radius Maker, and it's signed by him. However, when I made a couple of video pitches, nobody filled out the information for the giveaway. So since after the couple of video pitches, nobody filled out the information, then I just didn't kind of dropped it. But we can always do a giveaway for sure. He says, Blake says, are you getting into any federal projects? Bro, I turned away a federal project Monday, as a matter of fact. $36,000 job, and it's a pretty high ticket job. But you got to watch them government contractors, bro. Like, you got to watch them. Like, they send me a piece of paper with 200 lines, 8 wheel stop, I think like 200 wheel stops, 8 handicap signs. Like, they sent me the plans, and then they say, all right, quote this for us. I quote it for like $36,000. And then, then after I quote it, then they accept it, of course, because it was a great price. It was real cheap. Because I was just ignorant. I wasn't smart on government work. I mean, you could make a lot of money with government work, but there's a reason why. So we fill out I fill out all the stuff, and then they send me a stack of papers about as big as this book through Procore and more. I'm using that as an analogy, but they sent me a stack of paperwork to fill out, and like, they would I'd send it to them, then they'd kick it back, and I'd be like, bro, I'm not gonna and I've been doing this for a year, back and forth. Well, we landed a contract, and I got almost $500,000 worth of work to do, in January. I don't have time to go back and forth for, to play games with government contracts and submitting forms and submittals and scraping the paint and testing it and sending it back and testing it. Like, if you guys want to pay $100,000, we can do it. You know what I mean? But not for no 30. It's junk. It's junk. And so I passed it off. I gave it to my buddy Marco. But yeah, bro, unless they come with it, then I'm not doing no federal projects. I'll turn stuff down. I don't care. He says there's a lot of red tape involved with any government jobs. They're extremely picky in how they want you to do the job and with what materials. That's true. That is true. But I'll say this, like, I'm not even subbing it. Like, Marco is so good about stuff. Like, I just gave him the job. I literally just said, here, I CC'd them on an email and just said, here you go, $36K. And I told his wife that they should probably charge 50 and they could get 50 out of it. And then Marco's going to give me 10% of just passing them off the work. You know what I mean? So It's really beneficial. But there is a lot of red tape that's involved. And I don't know. I don't have the bandwidth right now, y'all, to do it. I'd rather be sitting at my desk making content or something. So Matt says, or Green Man says, my buddy told me the only time he's seen those government jobs go smooth is when the company doing them had someone on the team that is used to work with the government and knows how it goes. Yeah, I can't do it, y'all. It's just, I mean, you can make a lot of money. It's just, I don't have the bandwidth right now. Like, I don't have the bandwidth right now. Like, we're sitting around the office trying to see who we're about to hire next. You know what I mean? I just don't have enough energy to, like, you know, to do it, bro. I'd rather focus on this YouTube stuff because this YouTube stuff's paying real good right now. You know what I mean? So he said we need to get together for real at Pave X. Look, bro, I'm telling you, we do need to get together. Just come up to me, bro. Like, unfortunately, like, I don't, you know, just, you're gonna have to come up to me, bro. Let's you know, shake hands and stuff like that. You can, you know, just holler at me. I mean, you know, there's going to be events that we can go to. Shoot, hey, I'm telling you, it's about to be a time, bro. We're about to have fun. We're about to get there early, a day early and leave a day late. So it's going to be good. But if there's not any more questions, y'all, go to Pave X. If you haven't planned on going, I want you to go to the booth, go hit up in the mix, go to Pave X, take some courses, take some classes. And let me know how the experience goes. So anyways, y'all, with that being said, there's not really much to chat about, but if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell icon, and we will see you in the next video.